Cooking with Kya, a creator with over 2 million followers, posted how she used to be making so much money and it's all gone.
Cooking with Kya took a trip and was in Dubai for 2 weeks and was on yachts and partying with guys, but just did not take any photos or post on social media.
Readily admitting on the TikToks that you'd be okay with taking a halal meat-filled duty to the bonnet is wild work.
Cooking with Kya, a creator with over 2 million followers, posted how she used to be making so much money and it's all gone.
In the last few days, I've been getting a lot of email notifications. And of course, it was about Cooking with Kya. And because Cooking with Kya is such a hot topic, I know it had to be something to it. So it brought me to this particular post. Cooking with Kya posts about making less money now. I went from making so much money to struggling in every way. And I just hate that the truth is we're all 1 to 3 missed paychecks away from severe financial hardship. This ish is unreal to me.
While this is a very true statement, I know one thing is for sure. That is definitely not Cooking with Kya over there. So
Damn!
So guys, I started typing in to see if this rumor had a lot of weight to it.
okay.
And surprisingly enough, I saw a whole bunch of people reacting to this allegation.
When we start making more money, we create more expenses for ourselves. We feel like, oh, I can afford a nicer apartment, I can afford a nicer car. And so we just create all these expenses, not keeping the mindset that, I can lose this job, right?
Now, this lady is saying something that's important. She's saying, Cooking with Kya and any other content creator who was making a whole lot of money could easily, overwhelm themselves with expenses. And this typically can happen for content creators. You break out pretty fast, you make a lot of money. Then of course you start helping family members. You buy a car, you might buy a house or move into a very expensive city like Los Angeles, New York City. And then, you kind of start making those mistakes and you're not making as much as you want. And then this could happen.
Now, I saw some
Listen,
comments.
and it's not even a content creator thing. This can be anybody. Shit, we just did a story up on Kevin McCall not too long ago, who obviously was mismanaging his money. Not only just that, but just his decisions in life. But nevertheless, it's going to happen to anybody that gains money. Just understand that what you became viral for is not what's going to keep you consistently in front of people's faces. You have to be able to upgrade. You got to be able to change something up, right? Offer something new. Enhance the business around your name. Or you might go broke.
Like, she still has millions of views on her videos. Like, how is she not making money? And I went and looked at her page, and a lot of her videos or her recent videos, they have sounds over them. You cannot get paid when you're using somebody else's sound. You cannot get paid when you're mouthing the words to a song. That's like a copyright issue. In order to get paid, it has to be original sound. The video has to be over 60 seconds, and people have to watch at least 5 seconds of the video. So you might get a view, like a view count that somebody viewed it, but if it was not at least 5 seconds or 5 or 6 seconds, it does not count. You cannot get paid for that view, right?
True. Listen, and I'm on the other side. I'm on the content creator side, so I know a little bit more about, actually a lot bit more about this monetization thing. Getting a lot of numbers, getting a lot of views, a lot of people think that that's somehow directly tied into money, and it absolutely is not. It depends on the type of views, long form versus short form. It depends on the platform that you're getting these views on. Subscriber count does not matter. I know channels out there that have 20,000 subscribers that make more money than I do a month, and that's because they're less entertainment focused and more education focused, and they have business around their education, usually with a digital product. If she had a business around this Cooking with Kya stuff, right? Like selling a cookbook, Tupperware, pots, I don't know, utensils, I don't know, something in order to sell with some branding on it. If she utilized more of her brain than twerking that ass, then maybe she wouldn't be in this alleged position. Let's proceed.
She notices that Cooking with Kya has a lot of followers on TikTok, but a lot of the content that she makes is not monetizable. If you go and look at her particular page, you will see that a lot of Cooking with Kya's content is like short, like little skits, sounds on it. It's not like really long form.
Yeah, look at it.
And of course, she can't monetize.
It's hard to get brand deals too when she does that.
Now, Cooking with Kya also is on Twitch, right? And I'll get into that in a minute. She may make some money on Twitch, but a lot of money could be made on short form. And if you look at what kind of content Cooking with Kya has, while she does have a large audience, mainly male, it's very difficult for brands to get behind what she does. I mean, she's in the right niche, which is like cooking. So she could do like Tupperware, certain food sauces or food dishes, or just restaurants in general. It's hard to really get behind a content creator that twerks and is like almost half naked, that has tattoos on her back. And that's a whole lot of money missed. People could associate their brand as kind of like dealing with the hood and dealing with something that's ghetto. And so Cooking with Kya can't get the brand sponsorships that some of your traditional food enthusiasts or food cooking show people could get.
Shout out to O'Shea for reminding me, but yeah, she was at Streamer University, right? Where the AMP boys, right? Kai Sanat and all of them over there invited her and as well as a bunch of other streamers in order to teach about the business around content monetization. And minimum requirement to get invited there is that you had to be a popping up and coming live streamer. It's interesting to me that she went the stream all day route as opposed to the business route around the Cooking with Kya stuff. And maybe that's because the majority of her audience was men. And the men are really not going to be, they're there for other things outside of actually watching her cook. Her content is more entertainment as opposed to education. So she found herself back at square one. And I guess she thought she could make a streaming career off of that. But because she sexualized herself, she's probably not even getting brand sponsorships because they don't want to touch this with a 20-foot pole. But at least she didn't go the other route, right? Of putting her orifice up on OF for the tune of $5.95 a month.
Based on the fact that her content is very booty clappish. So it does make sense that Cooking with Kya just doesn't have enough money to continue going on. No sponsorships, no real money coming in. All of this looks like it's real.
She got them titties out though.
So guys, your boy had to actually go and
Clapping with Kya.
And I saw a comment in which she posted and somebody asked a question. So are you struggling? She goes, not at all.
Okay.
Woo!
Was it a fake tweet?
So wait a minute. She's not struggling?
Damn.
Then I found out that this particular tweet was all made up.
Okay.
So if you look at the B-roll that's on here, somebody photoshopped Cooking with Kya. So for example, I'm using the AI version. This was actually somebody putting her real name on there with this, but she didn't write this. Somebody else did. And the real person that wrote this was this person, one of none. She wrote this and somebody switched the view and put Cooking with Kya on there.
Okay.
So that should be the end of the video, right? We're still not out of the woodworks about Cooking with Kya being broke, because Cooking with Kya could say that she's not struggling, but this next rumor makes us to believe that she is. So allegedly, Cooking with Kya recently went to Dubai. And she went to Dubai. Now, she is a big-time influencer with a huge audience. And I can tell you that most influencers, when they go someplace, they're going to want to, take photos and take pictures and all of this.
She didn't take photos?
Well, Cooking with Kya took a trip and was in Dubai for 2 weeks. And was on yachts and partying with guys, but just did not take any photos or post on social media. And so this got people thinking that something else happened.
Saying this after you went to Dubai for 2 weeks on a yacht?
Yeah, look what she's wearing.
Who paid for that yacht? Kya, don't tell me the allegations is true, my baby. No.
So again, the guy is conflating the situation, saying that she went broke, but she went to Dubai. But yes, she did go to Dubai on the yacht. And of course, you already know what that allegation leads to.
Pretty much y'all basically saying a cute, bomb-ass female, gorgeous-ass female cannot go to Dubai anymore without going to go whatever they call it, golden whatever shit. Like what?
And
here's the thing though, whether or not if she wants to tell people that she went to Dubai, if she posts photos, I'm less likely to believe that something nefarious happened. But if she don't post a damn thing, if she just goes radio silent for 2 weeks, I am more inclined to believe that nefarious things took place.
Then you got more people even sticking up for her.
If Cooking with Kya was going to Dubai to get boo-booed on,
Okay.
whoop-de-doo. For 100,000 or more, whoop-de-fucking-doo. Whoop-de-doo-doo on me too. Like what? Like
What?
I'm not, like y'all be
Readily admitting on the TikToks that you'd be okay with taking a halal meat-filled duty to the bonnet is wild work. The irony of these TikTokers is that I bet you she got daughters her damn self. Ma'am, 100K, and you okay with your daughter doing that? Wild.
really acting like if y'all had the opportunity, y'all wouldn't do certain shit. Like, and y'all be willing to do certain shit for less. Y'all talking about giving y'all $300 and y'all be willing to lick the whoop-de-doo-doo. Okay? Got him.
So the rumor is Cooking with Kya was letting people on her, right? Because the theory is you go to Dubai and you talk about your trip, but you don't post your trip. And you, by theory, are a clout chaser. You're on the yachts and all of this stuff. So that's what you're doing. Now, it could be she's just trying to live a life that's under wraps. But I mean, Cooking with Kya was at Streamer University. She was twerking. I mean, she loves attention. So it is kind of strange that you end up in Dubai with no pictures, no video evidence. You admit to it. And then here's this fake rumor that people can believe that you went broke.
Damn, she got
But
dermals?
if you're in Dubai and you're on yachts with rich guys, what does that tell you? Definitely, it most likely was some clapping going on. Let me tell you something about most female influencers that I know that look good and they're beautiful. Yes, they can have a lot of money, trust me, and can be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. But if they can get a free trip somewhere and not use their money, guess what? They're not going to use their money. And if that could include other things for certain ladies, it could. It could include some serious clap sessions. And it all goes back to the being broke thing. Now, again, let me just tell you, like the content creation business, it is a hard business. Streaming is a hard business.
I think streaming's harder.
Somebody like Cooking with Kya, and certain ladies like her, they don't really put a lot of investment into, the business. Like, they're not gonna have, big time setups like Kai Sanat or invest into a whole bunch of, things. It's really difficult to stream.
Just even look at her kitchen right here. All of these companies of all the products that she's utilizing, right? Like if she had a solid team, solid manager. To be honest, I don't even know if she's still doing the cooking content anymore. I assume that she's not doing that on Twitch all day. She's probably just being a normal modern ass woman up on Twitch all day. But like all of the money, right? Like that can be made. I mean, if done correctly, she could have at least been a 7-figure brand, 8-figure brand even. But due to over-sexualization of the content, and also too, I've gone over this and I said that, it's like what came first, like the cart or the horse, right? Was it the hen or the egg first? And when I say that, it's like when you look at her image, right? Here she goes in the kitchen walking around with them tight pink booty shorts, bending over in front of the camera. Here she goes in the supermarket, actually. She's wearing the same type of an outfit. When you see she's got tattoos all over her body, dermal piercings on the thumb placements on her back, dermal piercings all over her face. It's like, okay, you were this type of woman before the internet. This is the way that you project yourself as well as your sexuality. But then also, too, working on the internet, right? And you're looking at the analytics can become a feedback loop into what it is that you continue to project. And what you find is that although mentally they may want to move on, the analytics is telling them to keep doing the same damn thing. So for these female streamers that rely on their sexuality, it's like they get into this funky little cyclone of they have to continue to sexualize themselves in order to get a degree of the bag. And if they try to move on or do something different, then they got to essentially deal with the loss in viewership, the loss in revenue. Also, too, people making commentary videos about how they fell from grace. Or they take their ass up over to Dubai for a monetary shortcut because the money over in Dubai is about as bloated as their bowels. Let's finish up.
It's easier though if you can get a big time brand deal, or some people may say a big time clap deal.
Woo!
This is not to say that she did it, but it's not unheard of for people to do stuff like this. I mean, we heard about the allegations about Saweetie. There are other ladies in the industry. There are females who are rappers or IG models. And again, with these IG models, it's something that happens. Or I could guarantee you, I can tell you that this happens. You can see a chick with 3 million followers, 4 million followers, 5 million followers. If that lady takes a whole bunch of booty pictures and she's not making content. Now, Cooking with Kya actually has a chance to make real money, legit money. But most of those ladies don't get that money from making content. They don't make content. Having a BBL in like F-cup breasts, that's not content. That's clap tent. And that's the intention to clap once you see them, all right? Now, even some of your big time, influencers and ladies, if they could get a guaranteed $200,000 or more in a weekend or in 2 weeks, and it's cash money and they didn't work for it, you don't know what somebody will do for money. People could take that. I mean, it's been stories. So like I said, it is a little strange that she is not really talking about this or posting up. And if part of what you do is twerking online and that appeals to men, you're specifically appealing to a demographic. And guess what? That demographic is what? Guys that got money. And guys that got money are going to do what? Be in the DMs. And if you're on a yacht with what? Guys that got money. And guys that got money spending money on chicks on yachts in Dubai want to do what? They definitely ain't trying to pray for you. All right? A lot of this money that a lot of these chicks get is from subsidized clapping. All right? For the right
Tacos
dude.
look good though.
These chicks are on here getting these big followers, getting big money. If it's brand deals, cool. But brand deals, again, it's something that comes and goes. Dealing with agencies, I can tell you, is a pain in the ass.
Oh.
Dealing with brand deals is a pain in the ass. You got to retweet the video over and over again. It's not nice to deal with. But getting free trips from a simp, and like I said, Cooking with Kya could easily be the lady that could take something from a dude and the dude want to be with her and she could not do anything and get money. I'm pretty sure she could do that if she wanted to and it will be okay. But at the same time, I would not put it past any chick who gets a free trip to Dubai. There is never chicks that I have really known that if they go to like the UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and they're staying in nice hotels, you're getting nice flights, and you're just there on a girls trip. You mean fine, beautiful women just paying for themselves to go to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, business class, young people. You don't know where the income is coming from. Yeah, I'd probably think about that. And what I would probably say, because Dubai is expensive, I've been there twice. Clapping is somehow, or some kind of clap intention is around there. I don't care what nobody says. Somebody flew them there, okay? With the intention of at least trying to clap, okay? And that boo-boo thing is real. BBC in Britain, they just did a big documentary about some young ladies from Uganda that are in there and in these little rings and of course that clapping for pay in Dubai is something that is real serious. And again, that work may not be good for you, but for somebody that might be actually worth it. So guys, what do you think?
Shout out to O'Shea, my brother. Round of applause for O'Shea. Fantastic video. I'm gonna leave a link to this video down in the description box, guys. Make sure you go check out my good brother O'Shea's channel. And, I super agree with everything that he's saying. And I guess I can speak from like a content creator's perspective is that, one of our stressors within this is that YouTube studio, baby. That damn analytics tab, being able to see, like, think about it like this. For all y'all that have, blue collar jobs, white collar jobs, let's say you just do like a 9 to 5, you're doing pretty good within it. whether or not you do good or do bad within your day, you still have to go through the algorithm. And the algorithm going to do what the algorithm going to do. But not only that, but imagine you creating a good piece of work product. It goes through this slippery system that really nobody understands how this damn shit works. And then at the end of that, you get the analytics of the performance of that, right? And the analogy is that, you know, let's say that you're like a salary worker. Within a given day, week, or month, you're not typically receiving direct feedback in our analytics. Maybe you do so if you're like in retail, right? If you're like cold credit card sales or something like that, then you can see, okay, I started the shift with 0 sales and I ended the shift with 6 sales, right? Is that a good or a bad job? But outside of that, like if you're a salary employee, you really typically never know exactly. And on top of all of that, your results are public. So not only you see it, but then the whole damn world sees it as well, whether or not you're doing good, you're doing bad. And to be honest, that stress alone is what keeps a lot of people from doing content, right? From maybe transitioning from, you know, a personal page, which is just their thoughts about something, and then doing it more of like a business, or you're trying to get ad revenue, or you're trying to build up something. The mental toughness needed is extremely high. And I'm not just trying to pat my own self on the back. Maybe a little bit I am, but at the same time, so I can acknowledge why it just gets too much for certain people and they just try something else after a while, especially if the revenue that they're getting is not better than what they were doing at their 9 to 5, or barely better. In a lot of these cases, it's way worse. Now, on top of that, you have a young lady who, you know, demonstrates herself sexually online, right? So if that happens to her, there's also this other little out. Yeah, and it exists between the 2 legs that she walks with each and every day. There's always an out for them, all right, when they sexualize themselves. Even when they don't sexualize themselves, there's an out for them. You are then in questioning is that when you take a look at her image of how she came up on here, you could tell components about her where she's about that life, allegedly. Now, also, think about a couple of months ago, we were just talking about CookingWithKya in terms of the boyfriend that she had and how she did him tremendously wrong. And this is a young brother as well that, you know, was suffering from what it is that I'm talking about. He wasn't as successful as the other dudes that were up in Streamer University. And she caught herself in the mix of a party with other more popping dudes and allowed things to happen to her, her image, her brand, and as well as her body while having a boyfriend at the same damn time. And then to go back later and then to shit on this guy for his emotions, and he cried online and like all this type of shit. So for me to not think that she would not be in the space to do something strange for a little piece of change, I think most people are not that stupid. Nevertheless, I want you guys to talk about this down in the comment box down below. I know that my insight from a content creator perspective might help you see things in a little bit different of a light, while also talking about the cycle that a content creator can get into in terms of feedback response, right? You often get people that will say, just be yourself, right? There's millions and millions of people that have tried to just be themselves, and they have not succeeded, even with posting thousands upon thousands of videos. So within that, you begin to learn that there's a certain type of behavior, or there was a certain type of way of speaking, or there's a certain type of way that you put together stories that will increase your success in doing something. I just find it oh so interesting that on top of that, you have a woman that sexualizes herself for the continuation of the bag. And at any given moment where things not looking good, she can hit that emergency, that red emergency button. And, you know, anyway, that's been your video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself within this content. Let me know what you think down in the comment box down below. Can't wait to see your thoughts. And last but not least, I'll see you soon. Until next time, peace.
So, without further ado, MTR, cut through the BS like we in charge. No cap with the rappers like steel bars. I'm packing and rapping like here we are. Mediocre tutorial reviews. Like, comment, share my views. Come up and I paid my dues. Big step in my black way shoes. MTR, he break it down, yeah, it's MTR. Check out the sound with his MTR. No one put it down like it's MTR.